Good day, everyone. What a week this is. It's the week leading up to the OCR World Championships and the Spartan Tahoe North American Championships. So much content coming your way, but this video is about predictions and also about me telling you what the rest of the week is going to look like. What you're about to watch, the Tahoe Prediction Show. Me and Jack and Nicole, Mericle, in a little show we like to call Who's on Top. We pick the top 5 that we think is going to win. We also break down pretty much the whole field and give you a chance to wager inside of Jack's Yancey Camp poll. Well, it's not real wagering. There's no money, but you make your picks. So we just talked for 2 fucking hours. 45 minutes of funsy chat. We kept trying to start. It ended up being other stuff. Then we covered Tahoe. Then we covered both our CWC races. So here's what I've done for you. Compartmentalized. This is the Tahoe show, okay? Tahoe predictions. Watch it. Make your picks. When it's up later today, enjoy. Tomorrow, 3K. Wednesday, 15K. Matt, why don't you put it all in one show? Because I need the clicks, god damn it. And I want to spread it out and make it more fun for you this week. Then the whole podcast, the whole 2 hours, picks, me making fun of Jack, all that fun stuff will be up probably Thursday or Friday. That's the whole podcast if you just like the podcast. But this is for you video watchers, little bite-sized 10, 12, 15-minute watchable content that you can enjoy. It's entertaining, it's informative, and today is Tahoe men and women. Me, Jack, Nicole. Away we go.
Next, I think the women's at Tahoe is arguably the toughest one to pick. 5th place, I'm going to go Rhea Coleman. The only reason I'm not putting her higher is because she's had to travel a lot recently, internationally, and she's coming back from the U.S. That does wear on you a little bit. She'll probably be fine, honestly, and she's done well at Tahoe in the past. I'm putting Alex Walker in 4th because she got 5th at Tahoe last time. She was just ahead of Rhea in Utah, similar profile. 3rd, I'm going to go Ariel Fitzgerald. I just think she's going to pop off a good race. 2nd, I'm going Emma Cook-Clark because what she did in Red Deer in Canada was just terrifying. If you're in the women's field and she figures things out, good luck. I just don't think that she has the experience in Spartan yet to knock off Annie Doobie for the win. So, and
Those are sound.
This could be all over the place. So these are just my gut reactions right now, and they might change.
Those are very sound.
I think those are great.
Yeah.
That is my top 5, not necessarily in that order. And This is the one race that I'm not going to make picks
because
she's got friends.
I have 3 girls racing.
I'm okay with it. I'm just asking why, just to clarify for the audience.
Yeah. I have 3 athletes racing.
You don't want favorites.
I don't want to pick a favorite.
All right, great. So then Jack and I can debate these 5. That's great. Okay, yeah. I'll go with these 5. With these 5.
So Nicole, if you want it off the record, I won't reveal them publicly. But if you want to stay in the contest and try to lock up the season title, I'm going to need to hear those picks, or you get nothing. So.
Okay. I'll send you my picks.
I won't reveal them. Though. I'll keep them secret.
Okay.
Good idea. Thank you for that. Good, Jack. So let's say that anybody in this list could find themselves in the top 5, right? Literally anybody.
Pretty much. Lauren Weeks, we didn't mention her. Jamie Bruce, Casey Monroe's had a crazy seat. Yeah, it very easily, you could argue almost anybody in this list.
Right. Our girl Callie could sneak up there.
I think Casey in particular is someone who will be very close to those top 5.
But if I was going to debate this top 5 with you, Jack, for the sake of this show and for the sake of keeping the show under 3 hours.
Yep. Which is going to be shorter, the race or the show?
Exactly. That should be our goal. I'm going to put Emma Cook-Clark as number 1. I'm going to say I love what I'm seeing from her, and I just like her gosh darn spunky attitude. I'm putting Emma statement race, and I'll say, I mean, it's so easy. You could flop Rhea, Alex, Ariel, right? We could flop those. So let's just do that for now. I'm going to change later, but let's just say for now, I'm going to swap Emma and Annie and put my stake in the ground that Emma's going to win. I will keep that. I will keep that pick even after the show. I may swap the other 4, but
that very easily could happen. And
right.
And you'd think as a Canadian should do well if it's colder weather, but I know that Faye's struggled in the past, and so have some other Canadians. So that's an Ariel.
Faye's not a Canadian. Faye's a New York City girl. I mean, she's already given that up. She's not a tough Canadian anymore.
Born Canadian nationals. How about that?
She's a city girl. She's our very own. She's our very own Carrie. What's her last name from Sex and the City?
What?
No.
What's her name?
To me, Faye's like a racehorse, right? So
yeah.
Carrie Bradshaw. She's our very own Carrie Bradshaw.
Okay. Yeah, Matt. Are you making that pick because of what she did in Red Deer?
I'm making that pick because I liked her right away when I met her. That goes a long way, and what she did in Red Deer.
Yeah, and I think her first one was in Asheville, right, where she was just crushing it at the beginning, and then kind of had a bunch of obstacle failures with that Asheville, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like if she doesn't fail some of those obstacles, her running is just on another level right now, and she can run in the mountains. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she wins, honestly, but I'm just gonna. Based on what I've seen Annie do all year, I'm going to go with her.
All right, let's move on to the men.
Are you just going to copy my 3 through 5?
I'm saying for the lack for the I'll send you my picks. I will probably change them, but I wanted to just go ahead and say that because it really could be any of those gals. But
I agree. Yeah,
let's
so
move
Friday
on
or I guess Thursday to vote for most of the races. But anyway.
Correct. So you're gonna have 3 different pages up, and these are gonna be on one page.
I'm gonna have all on the same page, 3 different links. Click here to make your Tahoe. Click here for your 3K.
Right. And if you submit,
guys,
what?
Where's Robert?
Robert Coleman?
He's not racing.
He's not racing.
No, he's doing Dallas, and that's it for the rest of the year.
Okay, all right.
He's taken a bunch of night classes and stuff, and he just doesn't want to show up if he's not ready to race. And
Gotcha.
That was his main reasoning. But
I don't think he's a big fan of Spartan either. I don't think that's.
But anyway, men's side. Nicole, are you willing to make your men's picks?
I will. Yeah. Honestly, it's hard for me past like the top 3. But I have Atkins in first. Okay. I have Woodsy in second, and I think Mark Gaudet for third, Batris for fourth. Ooh, and then I just don't know who else should I have in there.
This is for you to. I mean, you're second best in the year. You should know your stuff. I'm not going to give you any hints.
I just think from there it's just really hard. It's just hard to pick between the rest of the guys. But and also with Forrest potentially not racing.
Yeah.
Why is Forrest potentially not racing?
Sciatic nerve. He's got a ton of issues with hamstring tightness and stuff and glutes.
If I told you
Onhill in there.
Onhill?
Yeah, I might change these.
He got 6th at Tahoe one year, so he's good at that type of terrain.
Yeah.
How many times has he done Tahoe on hill?
Probably every time.
And 6th is his best finish?
Yeah. And that was the year with like Hunter and Cody and Hobie, and like that was the full field that he did.
That was like a brutal year too. Yeah.
What about the current?
What do you think about Glenn right now? We asked the question at the same time. I asked about Glenn. What your thoughts on Glenn were? Like how fit he is right now.
I
what
have
has he
him
raced
just
lately?
I know that he did. He's been doing like some local races just to kind of stay obstacle proficient. So I don't think that's going to be an issue for him. He was a couple minutes behind VJ earlier this year in like SoCal or Arizona to start the year. And I know that he for sure has speed still. I think that he ran like a cross country course and he was like in the 27s for an 8K. And he puts in like a lot of vert every week. So I wouldn't sleep on. He's one of like 7 or 8 people to have 3 top 10s at Spartan World Championships in history, and his last one was a few years ago. So I wouldn't put it past him.
Cool.
Yeah. So you're gonna put him 5th?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I have Onhill in 5th right now. But I'm gonna think about it.
I thought that's what you were asking about.
She was torn. Glenn or Onhill.
Okay. But I'm gonna go, Jack. I'm gonna throw out some names for you, buddy.
Go.
First of all, most people know Joshua as Joshua Reed. And so I'm putting him 5th, and he can finish as high as 4th. But I'm gonna put him 5th. Okay. Josh
he stayed with me in my house, and I support that pick.
Okay, great. I'm gonna say in 4th. Wow, super tough. I will say I'll go ahead and put Glenn up there, OG, representing the OGs. Okay. And then I'm gonna go 3rd, 2nd, 1st is Batrice, Woodsy, Atkins, with a caveat that if Woodsy like nicks a bell or something and he gets called out by a volunteer, he rage quits the race and the entire sport, and we never see him again. Those are the 2 things that can happen for Ryan Woods.
I hope he just goes ballistic if something like that happens, and it's all on camera. Yeah. He's like Kenny Powers from Eastbound and Down or something.
That was so funny. We lost Nicole. It's a realistic possibility.
Yes. Yeah. I think it really is. Which is crazy to think about. But yeah, I'm totally on. I support that. So.
He's 1 foot out the door already, out of the sport.
Yeah.
So that's very possible.
Yep. Yeah.
Nicole laughed so hard she left the stream.
Apparently. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. You want my top 5?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going Atkins for the win. 2nd for Ryan Woods. 3rd, Mark Batrice. So we're tied. 4th, I'm actually going Josh Riedinger. I think he's going to crush it. And he's just a little bit better of a descender than Mark Gaudette, who I'm going with for 5th. But sleeper pick, I think he's going to do great. Haven't mentioned him, Josh Fry. He's going to have a great race. Watch out for him.
So Josh Riedinger has also done like a lot of beasts, a lot of ultra beasts. Like he's just no stranger to this stuff.
That's 85 miles at World's Toughest Mudder.
Yeah, I wasn't even talking about that. That's a whole nother thing. I just mean in specific Spartan style races, up and down the mountains, dealing with the weather, like all the above.
He's very gritty. He's really good at climbing right now. I'm expecting big things from Josh.
There you are. There are your Tahoe predictions and insight by myself, Jack Bauer, Nicole Mericle. Coming up, as I said, 3K and 15K later this week, and then live coverage from OCRWC in Vermont. Also, Nicole will have some behind the scenes for us on the IG, I believe, from Tahoe. So keep it locked to our stuff. OCRWC Live will be in OCRWC channels, some fun behind the scenes stuff on ORM channels, and also some Tahoe behind the scenes stuff over there as well. So if you're new here, welcome. This is how I am. I'm kind of a lunatic. I bring you information, but not in some cold, stale way. Not in some cold, stale way, in a fun way. And I drink a lot of coffee, and I'm kind of a fucking lunatic. There you go. Tomorrow's video will be the 3K. Love you. Miss you. Mean it. I've got to run.